Shout out to all the North Carolinians. Yes, sir. Your boy Johnny Wall finally back in the building. And maybe it's for good measure. Yo, the man with the tats in the match and always the athleticism in the match. Even with the Achilles, he came back about 90%, but the speed was about still 99% compared to these other boys. Your boy John Wall returns to the stadium, gets a buyout, and it looks like where is he headed? He said Kawhi Paul George was really good. And now we got a scary ensemble. However, I will mention to you, Reggie Jackson had one of the best seasons last year as a Clipper. I'm not really sure about the signing, but maybe there's a four-guard lineup in play. Wall, Jackson, George, and Mr. Kawhi Leonard. It would be interesting with if they can get one. Several big leaping guys available, especially Damian Jones on the cheap. Hey, I'm helping you, Tyronn Lue. Now we get to look out what this truly means, okay? For Houston, Wall received $41 million from Houston. Wall was scheduled to make 47.4, so he takes $41 million. I'll take that. Well, I know what you mean. I know how you feeling. Now let's get into the lineup, right? When we look at the Clippers, if that's where he's truly going. By the way, I thought his best spot was Miami. No homo, okay? I thought his best spot was Miami. I don't really like him on the Clippers, to be straightforward with you, because of Reggie Jackson. You know, I'm not really sure about this situation. But let's CBS Sports it real quick. Understand what really happens here with this squad. Man, look at the Mavericks and what they trying to do. They should really try to get Rick Brunson back low key, all right? So let's go ahead and look at this thing, man. When you look at the lineup for your boys on the Clippers, it's an overachieving lineup. How Kyrie can still be traded. Lord God, don't bring this shit back. It's an interesting lineup that overachieved last year. All right, that's the truth of it. That's the long and short and the truth of it. They truly overachieved. And now we get into the business of things. Okay, let's get into the Los Angeles Clippers and truly make it happen. Jump into the roster and see how the roster, man. Mr. Batum is probably gone. They have some young talent in Mr. Boston Jr., right? BJ, a.k.a. they call him. All right, Mr. Boston Jr. He is exciting, low-key, could be a Ingram-like player as his career progresses, all right? Maybe he gets another inch or two. Coffee, good role player defensively, could do some damage defensively. Really like him in that spot. Really think he's an addition that helps. Robert Covington, the vet that can stretch the floor, the four. Paul George, 6'8", 220, 32. I see where they're going here. Is Paul George still quick enough to be able to guard the shooting guard and small forward positions? I would say he's still in a okay prime, but he's on the wrong side 30. Anthony Harkenstein is probably gone because he wants more money. Rodney Hood's there, another stretch. Reggie Jackson, tremendous season. I heard Luke Kennard may be gone. Then you got Kawhi Leonard, right? 31 years old. By the way, Kawhi is younger than Paul George and Reggie Jackson. Couldn't believe it. Terrence Mann, exciting off the bench. You know, X-Moon, I don't really know too much about him. You got the Morris twin. Maybe you can bring in the other twin. Then you got Norm Powell and then Mr. Zubac. I'm not sure why he chose his team, okay? Doesn't really match well to what he does well, okay? If anything, if I'm the Clippers, I'll be looking for a big, okay? Some type of big. Zubac was tremendous. Only 25 years old with the Lake Show. They got him locked in, but they don't feed him enough of the ball. And he's not enough of a stretch threat for when Paul George and Kawhi Leonard decide to drive inside. That's why Serge Ibaka was brought into play, right? So for this lineup, for me, I mean, I would go big. I'm not sure why they're going small. But, you know, this is the way the world works. This is the way the team works, right? Marquise Morris is there, but not utilized. If anything, okay, if I'm trying to help out the Clippers, what about what's his name? Collins from Atlanta Hawks. Collins makes the most sense here for them. He's a level up from Ibaka, a younger Ibaka, more athletic Ibaka, right? You know, has more handle. I really like Mr. Collins out of Atlanta Hawks. I think if he wants to move, this is where you would move him too. But, you know, they decided to go with another guard. To make him a big four because I don't know how much better Wall is going to do over Reggie Jackson. Again, decisions made by agents. Either Wall wants to be in LA, which I can understand, which I can understand. Free ganja, whatever. I understand. I see you. You get the bunnies and the Asians. I said it. Yeah, I said it. The bunnies and the Asians. I said it. I don't give a shit. I know. I get it. But you trying to win a championship, man. Trying to determine a legacy. You can literally go anywhere in the world and get what you want. Why not change things up, Mr. Wall? Why not go for a little bit of a champion? I think Miami's no step back, right? But, despite what everyone says, from a quality perspective, Miami, no offense, Miami will never be in LA, all right? In that facet, right? Not because of the lifestyle. What I'm trying to go is more suited towards the educational system and the backgrounds that's there when you look at the lifestyle in LA. But back to the game of ball, not a good match in my opinion. Not something that I think gets the Washington Wizards over the hump. Matter of fact, how you holding back Reggie Jackson by getting John Wall? These guys really got to think through what they're doing as an organization when they make moves, right? And Wall really has to think through. But he's saying, I need to win a championship. But they need another move here. They need another move, and it has to be bigs. If you're going to get Wall, you better get some more bigs to support what you're doing as a team, and you're going to have to get some young guys, all right? Let me step back one. Let's look at the teams and be serious. There's a team that's accumulating some players that may lose Reggie Brunson, that has a guy that's ball dominant, but one of the top prospects in the NBA. Let me talk to you a little bit, man. What about the Dallas Mavericks? John Wall, we have the opportunity to play. You would get the minutes. Brunson is more than likely gone to New York. You would take over that spot. You have one of the premier guards, forwards in the league, and Luka Magic, right? You have a little bit too much ball with Spencer Dinwiddie and Tim Hardaway Jr., but you will fulfill that gap. And then I think the next move for the Mavericks would to go hunting for John Collins, if possible, right? I wish they could sign Brunson and then do a sign and trade and get a 3-team movement. That would be exciting for them. I think that's a good spot for John Wall. But, again, an overloaded Clippers team that has a lot of guards already, that had a guard that had a tremendous season. Not sure why there. All right. Let's go to another team. All right. Minnesota. Sticking to the West Coast. In need of a point guard. I think Beverly's better suited off the bench. No point guard really there. Right? You got a couple all-stars that are playing. Towns. You got the young boy, right? Anthony Edwards. D'Angelo Russell is really a shooting guard off the bench. He's really a sixth man. Why not there? Another team. Again, I understand. Too old. He's changed. I'm too old. That doesn't get me a championship. I hear you. I holler. I got you. What about the last team on the West Side? New Orleans Pelicans in desperate need of a point guard. Alvarado overachieved. They got Kyra Lewis, so I'm waiting to see what he comes back to be. But their lineup is just as scary as the Clippers. And the other thing, as you notice with the ages, they're younger. Much younger team. Him and McCollum, break running, Zion, you would have options for the lob. Big time options for the lob. You got Mr. Graham that's coming off the bench as a scorer. Mr. Wall, why not New Orleans? By the way, New Orleans gets as much traffic as some of the big cities doing Mardi Gras, so you can make up for all the chicks you losing in LA doing Mardi Gras. All right? We go to the East Coast. It's obvious Miami's the destination. The best destination. It makes perfect sense if they're able to re-sign everybody. Already, they may lose Oladipo. That's a problem. That's a problem for me. Okay, Vic needs to be there. All right, they really need to re-sign him some way, somehow. Gabe Vincent was solid. Okay, not his old self. Kyle Lowry's become a coach. He's 36 years old. Not sure why the fuck he's not a coach, man. Be honest with you. Still can ball, but he's a coach. 36 years old, guys. Wall. Why not end in Miami? I know PJ Tucker may be gone. He's 37. All right. Let's keep going. West Coast. West side till you die. Okay. Here goes one that's crazy that no one ever thought about. There's two, right? You see them up top, right? You know I'm going with this shit. You could even go 3. Okay? Matter of fact, you could even go 4. Okay. I'm not even going to go through the rosters. These 4 teams can use them. Boston, definitely. Upgrade a point guard would be nice. I think Peyton Pritchard is excellent. I do like Marcus Smart, but I would like a full-time guard there. Hasn't worked out for them. Looks like it's better when Jaylen Brown gets loose and Jason Tatum get the ball. But interesting. Brooklyn Nets, I don't think Kyrie's a point guard. I think Kyrie moves to the shooting guard position. Wall signs in there at a minimum. Wall, Irving, Durant, right? And another big. Need to add another big. I'm talking John Collins again. Another addition. And that should be straight. New York Knicks need everything. Derrick Rose has been injured too much. Kemba Walker's gone. All right. Need a guard there. New York, but no championship, right, with that squad, especially with all the movement. Last, Philadelphia. Harden's good. Harden's creative. But it's a why not, right? Why not add in a John Wall who will have a big 3 there and a guy that has intensity? Those are all better options or equal to options than the LA Clippers. You could even throw Denver in the mix because I think Jamal Murray is truly a shooting guard, not a point guard. So this is another team that's actually pretty exciting and would love to see him in that respect playing with a team like this. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. This is how you have it. John Wall looks like his decision is made. Not enough bigs on the Clippers. They're going to struggle. May have a few good streaks, but playoff comes, they're going to be in big trouble with size. Your boy Step Back, stepping off. John Wall, North Carolina. Tow it up like a helicopter. Yeah, he out. John Wall to the Clippers, they say. I'm gone. Peace.